Hello viewers, I took the radio out of the VP since it's going to be a parts car now. Yeah, good old VP Bush is now a parts car, so while it sits there and bakes in the sun, took the radio out. I always keep the radios out of these. They weren't bad, the Euro boxes, they were pretty underpowered there. Pretty underpowered. Actually very underpowered. But yeah, the Ute ones have an auxiliary input. These ones don't. But I got another one out of a VS Commodore with a 6-stacker CD function on it, and I could tap into the 6-stacker CD input cable and find and use that as the auxiliary input. So that has it, but this VP one doesn't have that. This is Japanese made. Some of the modern car radios now are all made in China. You can get the or Malaysia now. The aftermarket ones are made in Malaysia anyway. Pioneers are the best. I've also I want to get a good head unit for my VY Commodore. The blow punk stock one that's in there, it's pretty shitty. There is a way to get an auxiliary input, but you got to modify the CD player. You can solder onto the where the laser on the CD picks up to go into the amplifier, and put an auxiliary cable there, solder it in. Then you got to burn a CD with a blank track in it, so that the radio, the head unit, turns the CD on. Otherwise, it won't work unless there's a CD in there playing. It won't actually switch the that function on unless you're playing a CD. So the best way to override that is to play a blank CD with with a blank noise record on it, and that'll trick the head unit into thinking it's actually playing a CD, but all it's doing is playing silent. So you're just tapping into the pickup off the laser with the feeding the signal in through there from your iPod and iPhone. So that's a bit of a, it works good, but it's a bit of a hack. You can get an iPod integration board which goes into the head unit. It's a bit of board soldering required, and there's a little interface board that actually communicates to the front display and everything, but the only problem is that's a $400 kit, and I can buy a pretty damn good head unit for that price, a whole new one. So what's the point of that? They make it that expensive. But the only thing I lose is the remote on the steering wheel won't work. I have to get another converter for that, for the aftermarket head unit. As long as it supports the or has a function, have a steering wheel remote connections on it. And I also lose the ability of having the dash cluster display the volume and radio status in a dash cluster. So if you want to keep that function original, the best thing to do is modify the original head unit with the iPod input. Expensive, but it's just not worth it. The blow punk head unit in those cars is pretty damn shitty. A lot more shittier than these ones. I prefer these ones actually. These are better quality. But yeah, I'm sure there is a kit you can get on an aftermarket head unit that can send commands and display information onto the car's dash cluster like the original one did. Because you can get the remote kit for the steering wheel for the aftermarket head unit. I'm going to have to replace the remote buttons on my steering wheel anyway, because every time I press the mute or volume up and down, the volume up button changes radio station, turning the radio down mutes it, and pressing the mute button turns it off. So yeah, the buttons are pretty rigged. I have to get a new set of buttons on the steering wheel for that. Yeah, bit of TLC required. Otherwise a good car. Anyway, I've downloaded Core 2 64-bit Zorin 9.1 OS, so I'm going to experiment with that on this machine, on a hard drive. Might use that hard drive. It's only got the crappy 32-bit Zorin on it, which runs like crap on this machine, so I'll be putting that hard drive in there and putting 64-bit Core 9.1 Zorin. It is a lot better. So I quite like Zorin, it's very good. You can even buy the ultimate version. By buying Zorin, you can actually support your money proceeds go directly into supporting the developers. So it's actually going to a good cause. So yeah, this will be a good Zorin machine, I reckon. Since I've got 64-bit, I want to make the most of 64-bit on this machine. Since XP is 64-bit, it's it's not really good. It's has a lot of limitations, a lot of drawbacks. So I'm gonna put the that hard drive in it and just run Zorin 64-bit. See how good it runs on that machine. Apparently they've tweaked this version of Zorin so it doesn't use much RAM or CPU. So hopefully this thing won't be so much of a space heater. Got it downloading now. Should be done in another hour. Anyway, that'll be enough for now. Thanks for watching.